So the question in the UCAT is it possible to believe in God by reason alone? I think before we can answer that question, first we have to know the distinction that the church and a lot of people make between faith and reason. So faith and reason, the church says, are two different ways to come to know that God exists and that God is real. Faith is a way of just believing in God and just knowing it through faith. So you don't necessarily need any evidence. You don't need any scientific proof or any logical proof, and you just believe in God because you know He's real and because just because you have faith. And so I believe in God, knowing, believing without seeing. And then reason is is different from that, kind of the opposite, where you would believe something completely and totally because of evidence. Like you've seen something physically, or you know something historically, or it's not just something that you just believe just to believe, but there's something that you have evidence and you can logically connect two things. So some people will say you can only have reason, and some will say you can only have faith. So some churches will say only faith, faith alone. I don't need anything else besides just faith. And then some people, especially people that aren't Christian at all, will be like, you can't believe in God because it's unreasonable, because it doesn't make sense. It can't be, you can't prove it with science. The church, the Catholic Church, puts those two together and says you need both. You need faith, just believing in God, just because you just know, because there's faith, because God has given you a gift, the gift of faith, and also reason, faith and reason, or you have evidence. So you don't have a blind faith, but you have a faith that's based on reason, a faith that's based on evidence. So you have faith, and faith can help us to get to things like believing that Jesus is the Eucharist, but also there's a lot of good evidence, from Scripture and from experience that tells us that Jesus is in the Eucharist. So the Catholic Church is both faith and reason together. Awesome. Thanks. Bye.